and welcome to another edition of The Smoking Den. I'm your host today, Smoky Dan, and we're coming to you live from beautiful Havertown, PA at the Wooden Indian Tobacco Shop, our new home, and I gotta say it's a wonderful shop, and today's a very special episode. I expect a lot of you have heard of the Miami Cigar Company, and I know you've heard of their cigars, Nestor Miranda, La Aurora, Don Lino, just to name a few. But today, I want to introduce a special guest to the show, the man himself, Nestor Miranda.
Dan,
thank you so much for having me.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Well, I know I have a few questions for you, and I'm willing to bet a dime a dozen that there may be a few that are on the minds of some of our viewers.
Don't ask for my age.
Well, that was the first question. Okay.
Next question.
We'll go into number two. What is it that got you interested in being in the cigar industry as a profession?
I think we'll go back to Cuba when I was 60 years old. My dad always smoked cigars. My grandfather used to have like 5 Churchills in the pocket all the time and one in the mouth, of course. So I think my genes are from my grandfather. So I used to steal a cigar from my dad every weekend. I go to the park, smoke a cigar so the girls can see me, and I got sick every week, but I love it. So I started developing a taste for cigar, and ever since, I love the cigar.
And what was it like moving from your home country of Cuba to, was it the Dominican Republic?
No, I moved to Miami.
Oh, to Miami it was. Okay, what was it like setting up shop in the States?
Well, when I moved, it was a long time ago. You know, I was 19 years old, so now you know my age. And you move for political reason. You know, so I established myself in Miami, not in the cigar business. I was trying to find a job over there at that time. It was very, very difficult. So I got my job, you know, then I moved to Los Angeles. My girlfriend from Cuba moved from Cuba to Spain, Spain to Los Angeles, so I drove my 1955 Chevy to LA, and I made it. So, you know, when you go there, what are you going to do? You got married. So we've been married for 45 years. She's a good woman. I'm a bad man, but she's a good woman.
And I'll tell you, it sounds like you can almost make a movie out of that.
I can write a book. Yes, sir.
What is the biggest market for your cigars?
I have to say the Northeast United States. You know, New York, one of them. It's one of the biggest markets we have. But at the present time, we do have penetration of the whole marketplace. One better than the other one. You know, we cover the whole country with the exception of some state that it doesn't pay to go there because the mileage that you have to drive, it doesn't pay. So we do have in our company 8 in-house salesmen and 4 brokers.
Okay.
So that we cover the most important in the state, the U.S.
And what has been your proudest accomplishment so far for Miami Cigar Company?
We started the company in 1989 with Don Lino, and we did very well. But you know, I have my ups and downs. We lost everything in 1995 when the boom, because I have another company that I represent, and they left one day, but I don't want to talk about that. And then we started doing something more dramatic. I've been handling La Aurora since 1991. So La Aurora, Guillermo Leon and myself are family. You know, I have to thank him for helping me in the bad moments, so he can supply cigar from Dominican for me alone. And he left the country without cigars. Leon Jimenez La Aurora, he sent it all to myself. So I always appreciate that from Guillermo Leon. So I think one of the biggest accomplishments was to create your own brand with your name on it. And I want to come out with my own brand. Why not? Was in the business for a long time. So we come out with the Nestor Miranda Special Selection, and we did a major promotion never done by any company. We celebrate a date of Nestor Miranda in June 12th last year. So we select accounts and we send 20,000 cigars free to those accounts. 7 by 56. Now, when Rene Castañeda's general manager of the company told me, Nestor, we have to give away 20,000 cigars. I said, okay, pencil down how much it's going to be. So he told me the amount of money. Say, I don't think so. I think it's too much money. I said, we got to do it. We got to do it. And I said, let's do it. So we did it, and it was unbelievable success. Unbelievable. Everybody tried the cigar. I mentioned that when you go to a tobacco shop, buy any cigar. I'm going to give you one of mine free. So that cigar, it was an average of $10, $11, depending on the state, because of taxes. So I give away a $12 cigar. So 20,000 cigar for $12, you can calculate how much money it is. But it was something new in the marketplace that nobody had done before. And the people who tried the cigar love it, came back again, and bought a box of the Nestor Miranda. So ever since that day, our brand is going skyrocketing.
So it sort of paid for itself?
It certainly paid for itself. It certainly did.
Now, I guess on a more personal note, what is your go-to cigar?
Mine?
Yeah, your couple of your favorites.
It's difficult because I like every cigar that I smoke. But I do in the morning, I start with a coffee break. Then when I go to the office, which is about one cigar drive, I get the 107. I love the Preferido La Aurora. One of my favorites is the Yellow 2. And I certainly love that cigar. It's the most expensive cigar that we have in our portfolio. And then an afternoon, which I'm going to play dominoes with my people over there in Miami, I take a Lancero with me. Because I love that size, the Lancero. It's a very distinguished size.
You get a little more the flavor of the wrapper on
The
that?
flavor in the Lancero is very important because it's a long 7.5 by 40, so everything is a wrapper. So as you know, the wrapper is a very important factor in the cigar. I say about 30% flavor in the wrapper.
And what do you see as far as the future for your brand, for Nestor Miranda, and for Miami Cigars?
I think the future really depends a lot in Congress.
Okay.
What they do, what they're going to do, the anti-smoke law and things like that.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Nestor.
It is a pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, and quick reminder, you folks, the General Surgeon does not endorse cigar smoking, but Nestor Miranda and Smoky Dan do, so keep smoking. We'll see you around.